At first everything seemed fine. Aiko made sure to prepare traditional meals, serve tea just as he liked it, and engage in polite conversation. But after a few days, subtle tensions began to rise. Mr. Sato would comment on the way Aiko kept the house, mentioning how things were done differently in his household. He suggested that she wake up earlier to prepare breakfast, as his wife had always done for him. A proper wife should always be up before her husband, he remarked one morning over rice and miso soup. Even if Naoki isn't here, it's important to keep good habits. Aiko smiled tightly, trying to remain respectful. Thank you for the advice, father. I'll keep that in mind. But the small criticisms didn't stop there. Mr. Sato had opinions on everything. The way Aiko dressed, the fact that she worked outside the home, and even how she spoke on the phone with Naoki. He believed a wife should be more reserved, less independent. Aiko felt like she was under constant scrutiny, and it began to wear on her. The strain begins. As the days turned into weeks, Aiko found herself growing more and more frustrated. She was doing her best to be a good daughter-in-law, but it seemed like nothing was ever good enough for Mr. Sato. The cheerful, carefree atmosphere of the apartment had turned cold and tense. Aiko started to dread coming home after work, knowing that there would be another comment, another judgment waiting for her. One evening, after a particularly difficult day at the flower shop, Aiko returned home to find that Mr. Sato had rearranged the living room. He had moved the furniture, put away some of her personal items, and replaced the modern decorations with more traditional ones he had brought with him. I thought this would be more appropriate, he said, gesturing to the changes. Your style is a bit, how should I say, too modern for a wife of Naoki's status. Aiko felt her temper flare. She had been patient, respectful, and accommodating, but this was too much. Father, she said, trying to keep her voice calm, I appreciate your input, but this